Whether in a fight or a business venture, this Irishman has consistently scored knockouts.
I think he's going to come in, approach, and try and make the fight ugly. You know, he's going to try and make the fight ugly. But as you can see, sitting here next to me, Ryan, I'm just too damn pretty.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Welcome to Context TV, and today we'll be tracking the incredible rise of Conor McGregor to see how this former plumber has turned his massive UFC payouts and sponsorship deals into a sprawling and brawling business empire. Conor McGregor was born in Ireland in 1988 and spent most of his childhood in a Dublin suburb with the charming name of Crumlin. McGregor trained at the Crumlin Boxing Club as a boy, while gang feuds sometimes claimed the lives of his friends. Soon, however, an angry teenage Conor picked a fight at the gym of his future coach, John Kavanagh. McGregor got so violent that Kavanagh joined in just to straighten him out. But after that rough beginning, going into his adulthood, Conor would balance mixed martial arts training with a career as an apprentice plumber. Plumbing didn't satisfy McGregor, however, especially since the 12-hour days often meant he'd have little time for fighting. Conor was determined to follow his dream, so he left his job to focus on training full-time. This choice helped him focus, and soon he was competing in the Cage Warriors fight promotion. McGregor's first official pro MMA match was against Gary Morris in 2008, where he scored a TKO 2 rounds in. And this became a trend. Conor's quick, savage, and crowd-pleasing knockouts led him to a massive winning streak, which kept going until McGregor became both the league's featherweight and lightweight champion in 2012. Since he reached the pinnacle in the Cage Warriors League, Conor moved on to the Ultimate Fighting Championship in 2013 for a bigger challenge and potential pay dirt. And what a debut! McGregor won his first match in the first round and famously took home $60,000 from his first big victory. This was a significant shift from the €188 or about $230 welfare checks McGregor had been living off of before the fight. Though he started to become notorious for his trash talking, Conor's ongoing success backed it up. In 2015, he would face Jose Aldo for the featherweight title. Despite the challenge McGregor was up against, he managed to knock Aldo out only 13 seconds into the fight. Though Conor finally had his first UFC loss against Nate Diaz in 2016, he ended up defeating Diaz only a few months later. He also rose to become a double division champion that year by defeating Eddie Alvarez for the lightweight title. With his career at a new high, McGregor finally took some time away from the octagon for family reasons. Unlike most other UFC champions, he was already pulling in millions in earnings and pay-per-view shares from his fights. But everything truly changed financially for McGregor when he and his team decided the real bling was in the ring. McGregor brought all his supercharged Irish charm to bear to build excitement for a boxing match between him and the undefeated boxing legend and controversy magnet, Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Do you genuinely dislike Conor McGregor?
Yes.
The hype grew to a boiling point, so the two fighters promoted the brawl in a now legendary press tour. The press dates were full of insults that nearly turned into fights themselves. Cha-ching! McGregor relentlessly made fun of Floyd on the tour and drew flack for mocking Mayweather's illiteracy. Yet controversy sells, and all the bad sportsmanship helped the fight become one of the most viewed events in pay-per-view history.
That's where I'm going, down in the history books.
McGregor lost the fight, as most predicted he would, but he gave it a reasonable 10-round go. And this loss didn't matter at all in monetary terms, since McGregor's haul for the clash was approximately $100 million. Even if you take that total with a grain of salt, pay-per-view made McGregor a wealth machine. But as his wallet got even bigger, so did his record of failures in the octagon. McGregor was as feisty as ever in 2018 when he returned to the UFC to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov. But Conor got so violently out of control antagonizing Nurmagomedov that he physically attacked his opponent's bus, causing injuries, and was charged with assault. In true fight game fashion, the controversy became part of the marketing for their tussle, and the UFC even used the footage at a press conference. But McGregor lost badly to a chorus of boos after Khabib dominated him with a chaotic fight aftermath. But the bottom line is the bottom line, and he made millions regardless. Though he had a deal for several more matches, McGregor decided to retire instead in March of 2019. Elite athletes don't usually retire in their primes, or at least while they're still young and vital enough to try for a comeback. But McGregor is not like most other athletes. He became the first MMA fighter on the Forbes highest paid athletes list in 2016. So what has he done outside of the octagon? Well, in addition to all the fights Conor McGregor won, he built a strong portfolio of side ventures during his rise to fame. He set up an after-party residency with the Wynn Las Vegas for punters willing to pony up cash to party with him, which capitalized on his fame. McGregor also acquired sponsorships with, okay, it's deep breath time, Reebok, Monster Energy, Beats by Dre, Burger King, bioengineered supplements and nutrition, Anheuser-Busch, High Smile, BetSafe, and suit designer David August. He ended up launching a line of menswear with August as well, including his infamous FU pinstripe suit. Along with these outside sources of income, he's generated plenty of cash flow through a miscellany of other business ventures, including his own branded Conor McGregor Fast Extreme workout system. He also has his own soundboard app in partnership with Apple called MacTalk, where, for a price, you can sample his most famous trash-talking quips to verbally crush your enemies. Oh, and did we mention the Mac-mojis? That's right, personally selected and curated by the Notorious himself. Not to mention that in his trademark application for that particular nickname, the legalese stated his intention to, as ESPN put it, quote, use the trademarks with products such as aftershave, video games, books, clothing, restaurants, barbershops, and health clubs. What, no petting zoos? He's also a whiskey baron, specifically Irish whiskey. Duh. His wildly popular Proper No. 12 brand was promoted through his UFC fights, and has often sold out due to high demand, despite often savage reviews from official beverage critics. $5 from each case sold also went to first responders, well, up to a total limit of $1 million, so McGregor could dabble in philanthropy as well. So, in the space of a mere dozen or so years, Conor McGregor has become both a sports and a fight icon, and bestrides the pop culture landscape like a colossus.
I'm very happy and very proud to be in the position I'm in, and long may it continue, and I continue to enjoy it.
But an insane rise to fame can also come with an insanely fast fall. In addition to his previously mentioned conviction for assault on his opponent's entourage, he pleaded guilty to a single violation of disorderly conduct. McGregor has been embroiled in numerous other controversies, including, most seriously, being investigated for sexual assault by Irish authorities in April 2019. Check out these other great clips from Context TV, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell about our latest videos.